Greetings to you. So we've been to 2025. I'm Lucinda Harmon, aka the Growth Catalyst. And while we're having this festive season, time out, this is a very big time of preparing. And I don't know about you. Let me know what you do in the festive season, that month of December, what you're actually doing in that time. What I can notice, and what I've seen in a lot of posts going around, is people now thinking about looking for another job, putting out those resolutions, putting out whatever it might be. But I can see that there are changes in jobs, there's movement in careers. People have got their bonuses, they've got their commissions, whatever it was from 2024. And 2025 hits, and now they're hungry for something new. And that's classic actually in sales all the time. People criticize salespeople who move between companies. Now, if you treat your salespeople properly, they're going to stay. I can promise you that. And that's one thing I do know. And if people are enjoying what they're doing and they feel like they're growing and they're going somewhere and things are happening in their life, they're not going to go anywhere. And a lot of it's also about the culture. So the title of today's session live, we're doing a live video we're doing today, is called Finding the Right Company. And this is for salespeople, sales professionals, finding that right fit for you. So my quote for the day is the following, is choose a job you love and you will never have to work a day in your life, by Confucius. How's that quote? I'm going to read it one more time. Choose a job you love and you will never have to work a day in your life. And that is actually how it's meant to be. In all my years in sales, most of my years in most companies, not all, I used to wake up raring to go. I couldn't wait. It was like the giant treasure hunt waiting at my doorstep. Can't wait to get out of bed, especially on trips, away trips, country trips. I couldn't wait. And this urge within me to get going, have breakfast, get going. Often I was first in, and the people at the guest houses say, why are you so eager? Why are you so keen? And it's it's the same thing with you. And I go, there's things to do, there's people to meet, there's work to be done out there, and that is the excitement that you should be feeling in the career you have. And I actually want to change it to choose a career, not a job. Choose a career that you love. And when I was thinking about all of this, I really thought about now preparing you for that interview. Say now it's time. You feel like it's time to move on. Maybe your company you're with is not treating you well. You're not getting the commissions promised. You're not growing. You're not feeling inspired. You're not waking up wanting to carry on with where you are right now. It is time then to move and start looking. And I thought about the critical parts. Is about you need to do a lot of preparation, a lot, and study the company and the products. It's so many interviews that I went through in my life where I really did well. As I also look at their mission, their vision. I look at their core values. I look at how I can speak to that. I even study them on LinkedIn, on Facebook, wherever I can have a grip and a find and a whatever. And I also used to talk a lot in the industry and find out about those companies, about the products as well. Even get feedback from doctors and what they were saying about the products, or maybe it was matrons, maybe it was scrubs. Wherever I was all the time pulling information, because I like to go in prepared. And when you go in prepared, the most important thing in life is you need to ask questions. As much as you're being interviewed, you need to interview the company, any company that you go and see. This is critical. And the more interest you show and the more you know and the more knowledge you have, actually it's a positive for you. And don't be scared to ask questions, but prepare the questions. Look at the products. Think about areas that maybe you would look at, but don't tell them what to do. But ask some questions about, have you been looking at this area? Have you researched that territory? Whatever it might be. But let's start at the very beginning. I've made 6 points for you today. The first point is your company, the prospective company, so your values and your prospective company that you're going to go and you want to join and you have an interview with, are a match. There's a fit. There's a synergy. There's an alignment, whatever you want to call it. But you need to first find out what, and I put this under my video on authentic sales. If you don't know it, go back in my YouTube videos and go look for that authentic sales. It's all about your values and your customers. They trust you because you are being yourself and you're being authentic, and they can see that your values are wholesome, and they're the kind of values of the people that this is the kind of salesperson that they want to do business with. The second most important part of this is you align with their vision and mission. You align with the vision and mission that they've set out. Now, on the other side, my client is the companies where you are going to be working. That's pretty much who I'm looking at as my prospective clients all the time. And the trick of what most people don't know is, how do I know before I even see them probably more what they need than they know they need? And often it sits in the vision and mission. That often tells you where they're not cutting the grade. They're not where they want to be. It's a vision and mission because that's where they want to go, but doesn't mean that they are there yet. Now, this will give you a lot. In just reading that, it will tell you a lot about a company that you're going to go and have an interview with. That third part, that you like, you relate, and understand that product. You've got to like it. I mean, imagine me going to go and sell theatre drills, and I can't stand, I don't like the hardware that goes into a theatre. It freaks me out when someone turns on a drill. It freaks me out watching a bone a drill going through a bone, and I faint, or I mustn't go do that. So make sure that the product that you're going for, the product that you are the interview, make sure, number one, you know this is something you can sell, you want to sell, something you like, something you relate to, and something you have understanding on. There's nothing worse than just taking a job for the sake of a job, or getting a medical sales. You think there's more money, but actually don't like medical. If you don't love hospitals and you don't love the smell of theatres, or wherever you're going to be in the medical fraternity, you're going to have a huge problem. Every morning I wake up, I miss the theatre smell. Every morning of my life. There's not a morning I don't. And during the COVID pandemic, I loved the time. One thing I did, I loved those sanitizers, especially those ones full of alcohol. There's so many of them smelled, especially, I won't give you the brand, but there was a brand that smelled exactly like the theatre smell. And I used to hunt after them. I just wanted to have that all the time with me. And you've got to make sure you don't just love selling, but you actually like this company. Not just the product, but the company as well. And you love sales. Sometimes this is the area that I find where things often go a little bit wrong. Is you might like the product, but you don't like the company, or the other way around. You might like at least have one of them that you do like. But if you don't like the company, you don't like the product, there's going to be a problem, because before long, it's not going to work. You're either going to resign, or they're going to find a way of getting rid of you, whatever it is. But ideally, if you are going for the company, make sure that this is a step for you in the right direction, that you can grow within the company and really know where you want to go. Don't go bombarded and tell them, I want to be the director and I want to take your place. Actually, once I heard someone say that to a sales manager. One day I'm going to be the sales manager and you won't have a job. And I thought, oh my soul, that's the worst thing I've ever heard in an interview. But you are going to understand where you want to go, because they're probably going to ask you, what's your 5-10 year plan? And this is where you're going to fit it in. If you don't like the product, slight problem. If you don't like sales, definitely not. Then you really need to look for another area. And even if a company you like them, maybe wait for that position to open up. Before I hit number 4, please do share. Give me some comments. Send this out. Let's get this out to sales professionals. I'm here because I want to see the standards rise. I want to see sales professionals who are confident. That is my whole purpose of doing these videos and doing the work that I'm doing, is to give the wisdom and knowledge I've had over 35 years, and to generously give it out there, and to really uplift and support the young incoming sales professionals. That's why I'm doing what I'm doing. Point number 4, product positioning, product pricing, and the value. Those 3 things are in my book called Go Shake the Trees. If you can be the most brilliant sales professional out there, the most brilliant, and I've had this. I've been headhunted by companies before, but what I didn't know, they were giving me bad territory. Bad territory meaning areas, suburbs, provinces, states, whatever you want to call them, wherever in the world you are, They were giving me really non-functioning. They were like white elephants. They were broken. There was nothing happening there. There was dead land. It just was just the wrong product, wrong pricing, wrong everything for that particular territory. Now be very, very careful with this. Make sure that you can see the person before you, how well they've done. You've got to know that before you even go here. You can be the best sales professional in the world, and it can give you the wrong product positioning, the wrong territory, the wrong pricing, and you are nowhere to be found. And there's no value. There's got to be a definite value, because that means the product is sellable. You cannot sell something that is not got these factors built into it. Now, product positioning, you've got to make sure that whatever product there is, that they're in front of the right people. Are they in front of the right people? Are they going to the right congresses? Are they in the right journals? Are they doing the right social media work they need to be doing? This is so important, is the product positioning. You can't put a piece of equipment in the wrong area completely. And I don't really want to say more on this because I don't want to put companies under the spotlight now. But I've seen companies really put the product completely off field, that the actual customer, the prospective customers, couldn't see the product that was needed at that time. It was nowhere to be seen, nowhere to be found. If you Googled to look for a particular product, this company wasn't coming up. And these are very important things. More than you know it today, your customer is on social media. Your customer will watch you on Facebook and LinkedIn, and they'll watch the companies that you work for. That I can promise you. And the value you're bringing. If I come in and they know the post-sale service is phenomenal, and they know I'm attentive and I pick up my phone and I'm always helpful, I'm always doing my work, I'm going to get the sales. But you've got to put the value in. They've got to know that they're getting value for what they're getting. So you're selling them one thing, but you are giving them additional 2, 3, 4 other particular features or their benefits but there's a definite value add that you're bringing and giving them apart from your competitors. The fifth part is you need to learn to ask questions and write them down. Loads and loads and loads. Style of management, critical. Give an example. You ask them for an example, because you can't lie if you're asking for examples. Because sometimes people tell you a beautiful, it's like a honeymoon, it's like going on a date, right? They can give you a lovely little love story and everyone loves each other, and then you get there and you think, oh my soul, what the hell happened here? Ask them what CRM tools they're using, or what type of reporting. Is it a daily reporting, weekly, monthly reporting? What is the expectation with that? The company culture, critical. Make sure you understand that. Who does the quotes, the invoices, and holds the stock? Don't get fooled on that trap. Been there before. You don't want to get stuck where you stop doing what you do best, which is getting in the field and selling, and you're ending up doing quotes, invoices, and holding stock. Dangerous. If something goes missing, you are liable. I always say the stock must be, and no matter where you are based, in whatever part of a country, even if it's a real country zone, country area, make sure there's a safe area and you're not liable for that stock. The sales target structure, really important question to ask as well when you're asking the question. What is the sales target structure? And can you show me how people have been doing, especially that particular area that you're going for? And also staff turnover. And listen very attentively. This active listening, very important in an interview. Do less talking, do more listening. Start to suss and read what's going on. If you got someone telling you the person before you was a complete failure and a useless person, whatever, guess what? They're going to say that about you. And I always say in life, if you can see a huge staff turnover, you've got to ask questions why. Very important question. Number 6, take a look around. Go and greet people. Check out the mood of the office. Go to the bathroom. Whatever you want to do. Just don't go into people's private office. Please don't do that. And don't go try and get state secrets and don't do it incorrect. But getting a feel for the place, right? And see if you smile, right? If I smile and say, good morning. Good afternoon. How are you doing? How are you enjoying the new year? How's it going in the field? What's happening in the field right now? Open questions. Ask them. Find out. See what that mood is. Because if somebody is disengaged and not happy in a company, they're not going to greet you in a nice way. Even if they're faking the best way they can, you'll see it in their eyes. The eyes can't lie. You'll see this. And they go, yeah, I'm very fine there. But actually, yeah, you can see it's not right? So those are the 6 pointers I'm going to give to you heading out, because you may well be going for interviews and you may well be deciding that you want to taste fruits from the other side, or see if the grass is green on the other side, whatever it might be. So again, as much as that interview is all about you being on top form and you going and being the best you can. And remember my first part that I did was sales professionalism. Remember all those important things on etiquette, how you present yourself, the confidence, all those kind of things. And the most important thing is actually going to have fun and learn from it. Don't berate yourself and upset yourself. Sometimes we make a mess. Sometimes we just throw away an interview, and it's not even purposeful. But always believe that the right thing is coming to you, and the right thing will come to you and will land with you, and it will work, it will gel. The right people, the right place, the right company is going to want you, is going to fight for you, okay? If they're being blasé and blasé is the actual word, I'm making it words, I think it's the 2025, still the fresh air from 2025, but always remember just to enjoy that process. Because nothing's ever going to shut your entire life. At the end of the day, you're there to learn. At least as long as you learn, you're doing well. So remember, do share, do like, get this video out there. And I'm going to go through that quote one more time. I'm going to just change the word job for career now. So choose a career you love, and you will never have to work a day in your life. Choose a career you love. It's like a song. And you will never have to work a day in your life. Thank you, Confucius. That is all I've got to say for today. Tell me what you think of the video. I'm going to catch up. I'm back in more form. It's the beginning of January, and it's a kicking year. It's a year of workshops, exciting things coming up. And in the interim, just for now, because we can, let's do it. It's the first week of January, so there's no better time as now. Let's go and shake the trees. Till next week.